Okay. So the reason that we're going to start our meetings with DLA is just to touch base on some of the problems that you may have trouble with, and also to remind you that you need to work on DLA. So I'm going to switch over my camera to show DLA, and we're going to correct this together. So if you have a red pen, you can use that to fix or edit your sentence. If not, you can just use your pencil, but let's look through the changes that we need to make. So actually, let me make it bigger. Okay. All right, if you cannot see DLA, let me know. Riley, can you see it?
You are sharing two screens at once.
Okay, let me stop.
Like your DLA one, and then there you go. Oh, there.
Okay, so you can see just DLA now. Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, let's look at number 5. The Irish wear green on St. Patrick's Day. What is something that is wrong with this sentence? Let me see if I can zoom in. All right, Christian, give me something that we need to fix here.
The has to be capitalized.
Okay, and why is that?
Because it's the first word of the sentence.
Perfect. We want to make sure the first word of the sentence is capitalized. All righty, Mr. Willie, what else do we need to fix?
Period at the end of day.
Okay, that's right. It's just a statement, so we're going to put a period. Riley, do you see something we should fix?
St. Patrick's Day has to be capitalized.
That's right. This is a proper noun, St. Patrick's Day, so all 3 words. Raven, do you see something we should fix?
Irish.
Okay, what do we need to fix on Irish?
Capital.
That's right. So the reason that we are picking a capital letter on the word Irish is because this is referring to a group of people. Like we would be Americans because we live in the United States. And Irish people live in the country of Ireland. So we are making it a capital, or making Irish a capital, start with a capital because it is a proper noun. All right, thank you, Raven. David, what else?
You have to put a period in between Saint and Patrick's.
You are right. Do you know why?
No.
This is because the word saint is an abbreviation. It means it's a shortened version of the word. And so we put periods when we shorten a word. And so that is exactly right. We need a period there. One more thing that I see. Anybody want to take a stab? David, you want to take another stab at it?
Yeah, there has to be a thing in between the K and the S.
Do you remember what that thing is called? Starts with an A. An
apostrophe.
Apostrophe, that's right, because an apostrophe shows possession. Something belongs to St. Patrick. What is it? It's his day. So we put an apostrophe, like a comma in the air between the K and the S. Nice job. And then, of course, please rewrite it correctly on the line. So we're going to review one piece of DLA each morning, or yeah, meet with you guys in the morning. And that way you can double check your work on one of them with me, but then on the rest of them, the rest of the problems, you'll need to watch the video in Schoology to check to make sure that the rest are correct. So you can now take your DLA, put that to the side. I'm gonna switch cameras and now we're gonna do a quick little phonics lesson. All right, guys. So we're going to do a quick review. of some sounds that we have worked on this year. So what I'm going to do, since we haven't done this before, I am going to say the sound and then I am going to have you repeat it. So still stay on mute, but make sure you say it back to me. And I'll know because I can hear everything. Just kidding, but I'll pretend I can hear you. Okay, so the first sound that we're going to work on is, we started this right after Christmas. And when you see a TCH, it says ch, ch, and it's after a short vowel. So say ch. Okay, this is A at the middle or beginning or middle of the word. So the sound is A. What's the sound? This also is A, but this comes at the end of the word most of the time. So the sound is A. What's the sound? And then this one makes 3 sounds. So listen carefully. E, A. E, A. What are the sounds? E, A. Good job. Or, what's the sound? R. What's the sound? And then we have another one we worked on right after Christmas. J. D-G-E comes at the end of the word after a short vowel and makes the J sound. So what sound does it make? J. All right, so ready? I'm gonna start over and you say the sound. Ch. A. E, A. Or R, J. All right, so now we're going to work on our new sound this week. So grab your whiteboards and a marker. Okay, I want you to listen to this sound. Or I'm going to say a sentence and you're going to hear a sound in most of the words in this sentence. So I want you to listen carefully and tell me what sound you hear. Broil choice sirloin in foil. I'm going to say it again. Listen for the sound you hear in most of the words. Broil choice sirloin in foil. Who thinks they know what the sound is? That say it again.
Or.
Not or. Aiden, try your sound. Not quite. Let me say it again. Riley, what do you think?
Oi.
Oi, you are exactly right. So our new sound that we're going to work on is oi. The first spelling of oi is spelled O-I. This usually will be either at the beginning. Actually, it will either be at the beginning or the middle of a word. And then the O-Y, most of the time, not all the time, will be at the end of the word. So I'm going to give you a couple words and I want you guys to write it on your whiteboard. If your camera is not on, you can type it in the chat. And I want to see which oi in the word you are using. So think about this. The oi with the I comes in the beginning or the middle of the word. We never end English words with the letter I. So this is not going to be used at the end of the word. Y is, I like to think of it as like the word puppy ends with a Y, and a puppy has a tail, and the tail comes at the end of the dog. So that's kind of what I think of to remind me that OY would be toward the end of the word, most of the time. Okay, so let's try it. Whiteboards out or chat open. Spell the word moist, moist. Like if something is wet, but not soaking wet, it could be called moist, moist, moist. So when you have it either written on your whiteboard or type it in the chat, hold your whiteboard up and push enter on the chat. Moist. And actually, I'll write them on board. All right, I see most of you have it. Hold up your whiteboards. I'm waiting for a couple others. Nydia, I'm gonna put it in the chat. There we go, David, I see yours. Raven, I see yours. Okay, and I like how Riley circled his oi sound. Good job. So you should have and then oi because it's in the middle of the word. Moist. All right, keep track of your points on your whiteboard. If you got that right, give yourself a little tally mark. Okay, let's try another one. How about the word enjoy? Enjoy. If you really like something, you would really enjoy it. Enjoy. So listen for the oi. Where in the word do you hear it? Enjoy. Christian, you're close. It sounds like in, but it's actually the short E sound. Enjoy at the beginning. Okay, hold up those whiteboards or type it into the chat. Okay. Okay, see David's in the chat. All right, Raven, try the word enjoy. Enjoy, like if you were excited about something. So Raven, I like that I see the word join, and you have used the OI correctly in the word join. Good work on that one. So try enjoy. Okay. I see, if you have yours up, I see it. Go ahead and put it down. Okay, so like I mentioned to Christian earlier, it sounds like it's I-N at the beginning of the word, but it's actually an E-N. N, and then J-oi. So we have that oi sound at the end of the word. So it's spelled with the O-Y. So Raven, can you see the board here? Enjoy. So the O-Y is at the end of the word. So we're using the oi at the end. There we go, Raven. Nice work. Okay, put a little tally mark at the top of your whiteboard. Let's try another one. How about point? Point. If you are pointing at something, which oi would we use? Point. Point. Type it in the chat or hold up your whiteboard. Point. Whoops. Okay, Christian, Aiden, Anastasia, Riley, David, yes, David, Nydia, Willie. Okay, thank you, Raven. I see yours. So if you have OI, that is used correctly. It's in the middle of the word. So give yourself a tally mark. Nice work, boys and girls. Okay, let's try another one. How about the word, listen to this one, decoy. Decoy. If you're trying to trick somebody, you might use a decoy to bring their attention somewhere else. Decoy. 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 Willie, hold it. Yeah, there. Oh, other way, Willie. It's upside down. There you go, Willie. Okay, Willie, Anastasia, Christian, Raven, David, Nydia. And you are right, decoy has D-E because that's the first syllable and it needs that letter E because we need a vowel in the first syllable. And then coy, C-O-Y. So the O-Y is at the end of the word. All right, good job, boys and girls. If you got that right, go ahead and give yourself a little tally mark. And I'm going to give you one more thing to do. We're going to write a sentence now with words with oi. So listen carefully. And actually, you can erase the other words on your whiteboard. Okay, you're going to write this sentence. Listen carefully. I'll say it twice. Do not boil the oil. Do not boil the oil. All right, let's see how you do with that one. Do not boil, like if you put on water on the stove and turn it and then all the bubbles come up, boil. Do not boil the oil. Christian, check your writing. We're writing a sentence. Remember all of the rules of a sentence. Do not boil the oil. Okay, I'm looking at Aiden's. Good work, Aiden. Thank you. Riley, thank you. Christian, check the end of your sentence. David, try retyping it with the rules of the sentence. Willie, scoot over a little bit, Willie. Okay, Willie, thank you. Do not boil the oil. Christian, or Anastasia, sorry. Yep, okay. All right, as you guys are finishing up, make sure you have a capital D. So David, that's what I was checking. Your boil the first time, David, was right. It was just we didn't have a capital D. Do not boil has the OI in the middle of the word. The oil also has an OI instead of the Y because it's the beginning of the beginning of the word. So make sure you also ended with a period. All right, Miss Raven, I see you're still writing, so I'll have you show me when you finish. David, check your spelling on boil. Boil. Do not boil. There we go, David. You changed your boil to right. Do not boil the oil. Good job, Raven. You have a capital letter, you have a period at the end, and you use the oi sound correctly. Nice job. Okay, boys and girls, so if you got all of the sounds right, we're gonna do a little cheer. How about that? If you had, I think, how many, did we do 5? Did we do 5 words and then our sentence? All right, let's see. Ooh, I'll teach you guys the mirror cheer. Okay, so you take your fingers and you draw like a rectangle mirror in front of your face. And then you go, looking good. All right, let's try it together. Ready? Draw a mirror. Come on, Aiden. Looking good. All right, good job, guys. Okay, real quick, everyone stand up and stretch. Let's do a little quick brain break stretch, or you can do 30 seconds of jumping jacks before we move on to our language arts lesson. So 30 seconds, let me set the timer, ready, go. 30-second jumping jacks or stretches while I share my screen. Ten more seconds. And stop. All righty. Okay, we're going to move on to our last part. We're going to work on our language arts lesson. So grab your language arts book, your piece of paper, and a pencil. Oops, I'm on the wrong camera. Let me switch my camera over. Switch camera. Riley, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you see the learning target?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Miss Badger.
Question, who was that? Christian? Do you have a question?
Guess what?
What?
My grandma said if we get done with all our work before 4, we get to go to the park.
Oh,
for an
good. Well,
hour.
you actually don't have a whole lot of reading assignments today, or ELA, so you should be able to
Sorry?
finish today.
We only have 2 assignments.
Either we have like 2 things for math.
Okay, good job then. Then you'll get to go to the park, hopefully. All right.
Yeah, I don't get to go to the park.
Our learning target today for language arts is we're going to form, that means make, and use the past tense of irregular verbs and sentences. So an irregular verb is a verb that normally does not add an ed to the end of the word. So like if I ask you to jump and then I said you jumped, in order to make it past tense, you just add an ed. If I ask you to walk, and to make it in the past, I would say walked, I would add an ed. However, irregular verbs do not end with ed. You actually have to change the spelling of the word. So I want you guys to, to open, I'm not going to put that YouTube on yet. Open to your books on page 252, and let's look at that chart there. So your language arts book, page 252. Okay, so now that you have your language arts book open, let's look at that chart that says, it kind of looks like the chart I have on the screen that says present tense, and it has the verbs come, do, say, go, run, see. But on my screen, I added the verb begin because there's a problem in the book that uses this verb, but they don't have it in the chart. So I thought that I would add it here.
What is the date today?
Today is the 21st. No, today's the first, March 1st.
So like, is it 2,
3,
1?
3, 1. It's the third month, the first day of the month. 3, 1. Okay, so we're going to change those past tense, or sorry, the present tense verb to past tense, and we're not going to add ed because these words actually change the spelling in order to use them correctly. And then if you look at my screen in the column that has the blue words, those words are used if it has a helping verb in the sentence right before it. The helping verb have, has, and had. So that could even be changed from just the regular past tense. So I'm going to practice with you a little bit, and then I will let you start your assignment just to make sure you're on the right track. So the reason I wanted your paper out is because in just a minute you can start the actual assignment, but we're going to still use our whiteboards and our markers right now because I'm going to give you a sentence, and in the sentence it's going to have a verb in parentheses, and that verb is in the present tense. So if you look at your screen, it says, I had go to the movies. We need to change the verb that's in the parentheses into the past tense. So and you're just going to write the verb, the correct spelling of the past tense of the verb on your whiteboard. So let's do this one together. So look at your chart on page 252, and it says, find the word go in the chart. Now, if you scoot your finger over to the past column, it says went. Let's see if that makes sense. I had went to the movies. Does that sound right? No, it doesn't. And the reason is what, Aiden? Go ahead, Aiden.
I don't know what we're doing because my iPad died.
Okay, we're on page 252 of our language arts book. We're looking at the chart on page 252. So if it has a helping verb, have, has, or had before the verb, like this one does, see it has had, then you're going to use the verb from the third column. What is the correct verb that will replace go in this sentence? What do you think? Anastasia, which verb are we going to replace here?
Gone.
We are going to use the word gone. You're right. So in the third column, so I'm going to go back here. I looked at the word go, and the normal or the irregular past tense of go would be went. However, in our sentence, we had a helping verb, so we need to use this word gone. So on your whiteboard, I want you to write gone. We're going to just do a couple of these, but just practice writing the helping or the verb. Just write gone.
We don't write on that paper, Miss Badger?
No, not on your paper. Whiteboard. We're just going to practice right now on our whiteboard, and then we'll do the assignment on our paper. Okay, let's look at the second sentence. My friend come with us. So let's look first. We have the present tense verb come. We need to change it to past tense. And then we need to look, does it have a helping verb before it? Does it say have, has, or had? No. David, what should we replace that with?
My friend went with us.
Okay, so let's look back at that chart. The word was come, present tense. We need to change it to one of these. So we know it didn't have a helping verb, so which would be the correct, not went, but because went would be the past tense of go, but the word was come. So what would we use to replace come? David?
To replace come.
Yep, look at the chart here. Come, the past tense is?
Came.
Came, that's right. And the reason we're using came is because it doesn't have a helping verb. So on your whiteboards, write the word came. My friend came with us. Nydia, I see yours in the chat. Thank you. All right, let's look at the third sentence. We do see the popcorn stand. Do. Do. So we're looking for the past tense of the word do. Write it on your whiteboard and then show me. Welcome. Good. How are you doing? Yeah, go ahead and check out my group.
Classes. Hi, Miss Badger's class. You guys are working hard.
We have visitors in the classroom checking you guys out.
Who is that?
It's our superintendent and our
academic instruction and curriculum.
Yes, another superintendent. We have two important people in the classroom visiting.
Good to see you guys.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Keep working hard.
You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one. All right, show me your whiteboards. What do you have for the past tense for this verb? We do see the popcorn stand. Go ahead and show me.
Miss Badger.
Aiden, go ahead, Aiden. I see you had a question.
The iPad's at 1%. I want to get off and then I'll just watch the video, okay? Because it's at 1%.
Okay, stay on until it goes dead, Aiden. We're almost finished anyway, buddy.
Okay, give me a second to get my stuff.
What was that?
Can you give me a second to get my stuff?
Yes, go ahead. Okay, let's see. Riley, what did you put for the past tense of do? Do.
I put we did see the popcorn stand.
Okay, we did, because there's not a helping verb before the verb. And in the chart, if you look at the present tense where it says do, the irregular past tense would be did. We did see the popcorn stand. So if you have did, you can put a little check mark or a star next to it. All right, let's do one more. How about, actually, I'm going to go down to the last one, because the last one is not on your chart, and I want to talk about it. So look at the last one on this page. It says, we begin last week. The word begin is not on your chart. So there are two different, there's one past tense of the word begin, and it's began, B-E-G-A-N. That's the irregular past tense. But if you have a helping verb like the sentence before it where it says have, it would be have begun, begun. So let's look at the last one. We began last week. What is the past tense of began? Begin, sorry, begin. Write it on your whiteboards and hold them up. Okay, Riley, I see you have began, and you are right because this one does not have a helping verb before it, and the correct past tense would be began. So if you have the word, there we go, Aiden, began. Nydia, you want to put it in the chat? Okay, so now that we have began, I want you to remember that began is the irregular past tense and begun, B-U-G-U-N, is the past tense used with a helping verb. That one is not in your chart, and you're going to need that for problem 3 on page 252. So keep that in mind. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started on your assignment. I'm just going to get you guys started, and then we are going to log out. So go ahead and erase your whiteboards. I'll give you 5 seconds to erase your whiteboards and get a piece of lined paper. Whoops. Okay. All right, lined paper. Let's write our heading at the top of our paper. We're going to move on to our language arts assignment. So put your name at the top. Today's date is March 3rd. So 3 for the 3rd month. First, whoops. Hold on. And so if it spotlights with this, will it spotlight or not with this camera?
Yeah, it'll
Just,
spotlight
okay.
whenever you have.
And then your assignment is page 252 and 253.
Badger.
Yes, Christian.
Look what I did.
You wrote the chart, perfect. And did you can even write begin on in the present tense?
Wait.
Begin, began, begun.
So begin.
Yep.
B-E-G-A-N.
Yep. All right, I'm just going to get you guys started on the assignment. So now that you are on page 252, I want you to write, or let's look at the directions. It says tell the correct past tense or past form of each present tense verb. So you're just doing what we practiced. In the example, you have the present tense. In this particular one, it says Karen see the highway first. So we look at the chart, present tense for the word see, and we notice that there's not a helping verb before it. We don't see have, has, or had. So we're going to use the correct past tense, which would be saw. Karen saw the highway first. So you guys are going to work on 1, 2, 3, 4 at 5 on this page. And then 6, whoops, I can't zoom out there. 6 through 15 on the other page. Raven, I'm going to have you pick which one, odds or evens, and you work on your choice on odds or evens. Whoops. Okay, so look at the assignment quickly and let's see if I'll answer any questions. Otherwise, I will have you put in your answer to number 1 as your exit ticket, and then you can log out. So do I have any questions?
No.
Anastasia, go ahead.
I don't have a question, but can I answer the first one?
Yep, that's going to be your exit ticket. So type it in the chat, and then once you have put in the answer to number 1, then you may go. And don't forget to do your phonics in MobyMax and the Epic reading. It's hard to, so you guys are putting in the answer that would go here, number 1. All right, is that Anastasia? Anastasia, okay, Anastasia, check again. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Anastasia, try it again. Look at the chart. Hi, Nadia, hang in there. Zach, good morning. We're just finishing up. All right, hold on one second. Okay, David, you're good. We will see you tomorrow, or actually Miss Hadamio this afternoon, okay?
Bye.
Christian, you are good. Bye, David. Or actually, that's not Christian, that's Anastasia. Anastasia, you're good. You can go. I'll see you with Miss Hadamio later. Riley, you are good. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Nydia, you're good. We'll see you with Miss Hadamio this afternoon. Christian, you're good. Thank you. Oh, yes, Nydia, you need to take your DMA quiz. So make sure you do that for Miss Hadamio.
Bye, Miss Hadamio. Bye, Miss Badger.
Bye. All right. Let's see. Oops, I lost my chat here. Hold on a second. Willie. All right, Willie, you're good. You can log out. Zach, hang in there.
Bye.
I know you have a question, Zach, but I'm just finishing up with the groupie for you. All right. Did everybody, I think I got everybody. Aiden. Oh, there you go, Aiden. You're good. Have a good morning, and Miss Hadamio will see you this afternoon.
Bye.
Bye. All right, new group. Hold on one second, guys. Let me share my screen. All right, Zach, did you have a question for me? That was a long one.